What's up, YouTube? Strategic Entrepreneur here, stopping by again. Hey, appreciate y'all for liking, commenting, subscribing on my last videos for sure. I see my page going up, and y'all definitely subscribing. Hey, that means I got y'all in the right direction. I am still kind of figuring out how to navigate my channel a little bit because of my old work. Still gets views, but I'm like, 2025 for the future, where is this channel headed? Of course, I'm still going to always be on financial shit, but as y'all can see, we're going to figure that out. But this is going to be about, my last short was about how could you make 10K in a month. And the easiest for me, when I first became an entrepreneur, when I was trying to figure this out, and I started with the carpet cleaning business, but where my racks, if you don't know what racks are, thousands of dollars started coming from, was when I started flipping cars from the auction. At that time, I'm going to speed it up for y'all. You could use your own cash, but I didn't have that much cash. So I had to figure out, when I'm seeing these people talk about business credit, these credit cards, I'm like, I'm looking at it. Like my first car I bought from the auction, I used my own cash. I was fine with that. I bought a Cadillac. It was like a 2006 Cadillac. Pretty nice, but it had its faults. It's a car. If you're going to get into this game of flipping cars, cars break down, bro. Stuff messes up. Random stuff happens. Be ready for that pressure of the business. If you think you're about to just go pick up the smoothest cars ever, no check engine lights. If you're going to not buy no check engine light cars, yeah. But if you think you're about to go to the auction and see, believe me, you're going to hear mufflers, oil leaks, antifreeze leaks, and they're going to drive it right past the auction. And it's on you to get there early, to test drive them at certain auctions, and to check that oil and stuff. Because once it comes through that through the auction, you got basically 30 seconds to a minute before you hear 500, 600, 700, 800. If you know, you know. That's the only time you got to look at it. If you didn't look at it before. And I'm playing with a credit card at this time. The first time, like I said, I used cash. I didn't really was thinking. I didn't know at the beginning stages of my entrepreneur career, I was making the money, but I was also going on vacation and things. I was still living my regular, thinking I could, lifestyle. It is what it is. So, but they say live. I did learn a lot when I did what I did, but I know now what I wouldn't do and what I would have did bigger. But I made the money that I speak on. Go to the auction, bro. I'm like, I could use a credit card? Then I was like, hold on. This credit card got $2,000 on it, $3,000 on this. Bro, I bought 2 cars in one day. I probably didn't even, one of them was a station wagon Subaru. And you know Subaru sale. It came from a car dealer. They did not nobody wanted to buy it up there. I swear. And that was a reliable vehicle, I promise you. But at the auction, nobody bidded on it, really. And I'm like, it came to me, I got that car for like $700-800. No more than 800. I promise it was 700 because they do your title, your fees and stuff. So it came up to 800 for that low of a price. And it was a 2000. This is years ago at this point. I've been doing this for 6 years, 6 years now. So I'm like, nobody wants it. It's just a station wagon. It's something your grandpa or your uncle would drive around with his fishing rods and his lawnmower could hook up to it in the back. That's how, just giving you how I look at it. Cool. Bet. Excuse me. But I had already put in my mind, I'm only at the auction. Like, not at first when I was buying the Cadillac and stuff. So you could see how I shifted. I was like, yo, one thing I learned, I bought cars off Facebook Marketplace before, is trucks and SUVs have more of a value to them. They have more of you can get more of a bang for your buck with a pickup truck. It's easy to price a pickup truck at $2,000 to $3,000 easy. Believe me, I paid $1,200 for a truck before. and sell it for $3,000. Just what it is. It was worth it. I'm trying to find the deals. It's like when people are trying to find, not, I don't, I'm using it in this sense, but I'm not really meaning from China. It's like you buying stuff from China and flipping it for a higher price. It's the same thing. But I just know stuff in China is cheap and fake. A car ain't fake. That's why I was like, you kind of just got to know what I'm saying. But that day I got the station, so I don't miss a story. Station wagon and a van, same day. Same day. I had bought a dolly because when I first started my first, I remind myself when you reminiscing, my first businesses was I was renting out a dolly. I bought a car dolly and was renting it out to people because everybody would break down once a week. Then I was renting it out online. I was renting it out for $45 a day. Same thing U-Haul gives you, but I had bought my own. There's just the entrepreneur spirit I was in and was doing. And believe me, I've done it all. So I bring the van home on the dolly and I drive the station wagon. The van cost me no more than $1,200 to $1,000. I know it wasn't no more than $1,200 because I only had about $2,000. So you doing the math on this? Cost a little extra, whatever. Get that station wagon. I post it. I'm not big on when I'm selling it as used. I'm not selling it. Of course, I got my car dealer's license. And I do have to go back to that. I gave y'all the fast forward real quick. But watch this. I'm going to go back to the car dealer's license in a second. First thing I sell. I sold the van first. So the van came out tax time. Hey, $2,700. I paid $1,200 for it, and I didn't put no work in it. I could have bought a battery for it. It did need a battery. I sold it without the battery. The customer was kind of a little, but they knew it. You supposed to check those things. That's not on me to check. I'm telling you everything. But it's okay. Shit happens. Make sure it doesn't happen again. But get rid of the van. Cool, gotta go. And that person still hit me back up to buy another car too. So y'all don't get, I promise, can show it. I'm like, so don't complain. It's a car. It's a vehicle. If you're buying a used vehicle, I got to say this now. If you're buying a used vehicle for someone, bro, as soon as you get it, the transmission could go. Something can break. It's just a vehicle. Sell the station wagon. Next. Boom. Out of here. Bro, that was a quick 5,000 right there. Easy. All two vehicles. But I'm noticing that's why you see car lots buy cars in bulk. So if I'm going to go to the auction today, let me buy as many as I can buy and make me 50 grand real quick. That's what it's about. It's not trying to I'm going to flip once, I'm going to wait a few, flip another one, I'm going to wait again. It's cool, nothing's wrong with it. But being a car dealer, you can make over 100 grand or more a year. That's the whole, and you can make 50 grand just bullshit without a car dealer's license. Literally. Like in my state, you can sell 3 cars. If you were trying to get started like this, so now let's go back to the beginning. In my state, if you were trying to sell 3 cars a year without having your car dealer's license, you can do that. If I was you, I would sell those 3 cars real quick. Figure out how to flip you 3 cars. Then, while you're flipping those 3 cars, go to DMV. Remember, I told you this now. And go get the car dealer's book to go get your license. I've taken a test. I passed the test. First time I failed the test. It cost $50 to where I'm at, it cost $50 to take the test. Like I said, that's years ago when I took that test. First time I failed it. They take your $50, and I was sad that day because I missed it by like 1-2 questions. I was sad the first day, and I'm like, I'm not a give up person. Like, can I say I ever failed? But I'm like, I'm failing at things that can get me to $100K and $1 million. I didn't go to college. I can't speak on what going to college and is, I speak on the entrepreneur that went to work. That's all he knew. He graduated high school, went to work, and just lived. I bought everything I wanted, but I realized if I want a Lamborghini right now, if I want to be in a different tax bracket, I'm going to have to do different tax bracket things. So that's why I did it. That's why I love being an entrepreneur. You can never take this from me, literally. So I get the dealer's license. The second time I pass it, it tells you in before you even take the test, it tells you what you need before to have a car lot. That's why I told you, flip you 3 cars before you do any of this. So you'll have a little money coming in. Because if you got to get a car dealership started, because if you're going to rent a building or a little office space with some parking spaces, what you need at least $20,000. If you're going to go for the car lot route, instant. You're going to get started. Best case, get a business partner. Those are give or takes. Do you need it? No, but you're going to need partners. The bigger you go far as the dealership, because you're buying cars often now. It's going to be cars that are going to be rusted out. Trucks especially going to be rusted out at the bottom. It's some body guys. You're going to need a body guy. You're going to need a mechanic that can pull up to you. It's going to be better. Way better if he just comes to you all the time. Those are just things in the process you're going to need to speed this up. And you can I don't believe I've ever had a car over a month. It's usually I sell a car within 2 weeks. I've never seen, either you're overpricing the car or something's wrong with that car. No car should be sitting. Now, if you got a bulk of cars, I understand. But if you're selling them by the 2s and 3s, no. Because like I said, with that van and station wagon, that shit was gone in 2 weeks. But being a car dealer, one thing about it, you're going to have to invest in yourself. And the crazy part is, it's going to be presentation, buying polos. It's going to be everything. And that's just as a business owner, we need to understand. There's certain corners you can't cut in business. If you're just hustling, like I said, you're going to make a couple flips. Cool, understandable. But in this world, as far as that compounding interest, that getting that reoccurring compound, these are the routes you're going to take. But appreciate y'all for liking and commenting on these videos.